Omar Villafranca is tracking the storm from Florida. He's now on the phone with us. Omar, I know you're on the road, but can you take us through the latest as the storm tends to strengthen as it's getting towards the state of Florida?
Well, everybody now is just kind of watching to see how strong it's going to get. This is a storm that it's been, since its kind of inception, has just been kind of meandering along for almost 2 weeks. Well, it finally went around the south part of Florida and over Cuba, and is now over here, kind of in the Gulf now, picking up speed. Last check, the winds were about 65 miles an hour sustained, and it's moving at about 14 miles an hour towards Florida's Big Bend area. So these people are now watching to see, one, how strong it's going to be, because it's not a hurricane yet. It's still just a tropical storm, but weather experts expect it to be possibly a Category 1 by the time it makes landfall. And that's what they're going to be watching for. It's going to be a wind event. There's going to be plenty of rain, as you heard Governor Rick Scott say. And even though it's not technically a hurricane, the governor is urging people to kind of prepare like it is. Have sandbags ready. Have an escape plan. If you need a place to go, there are places that are opening up. In the Tampa area, south in Sarasota, some of the rain that has been coming in is already causing some problems. There were some people who had to be moved out of their homes. But they are okay, but no mandatory evacuations. Everybody's keeping an eye to see how bad this thing is going to get.
And Omar, it's been 11 years since a hurricane hit Florida. Are people taking this seriously? Are they prepping?
A lot of people are, because they maybe forgot what it was like. But there's some people who, the people who live in low-lying areas, they are taking it seriously. They know that any sort of water, even just a heavy rain event, can turn into a nightmare for them. And there's a lot of people who are saying, okay, we're going to watch to see what happens. The counties and the governments, our schools were canceled in the Tampa area today. I'm here in the Big Bend area right now, and there was classes canceled for tomorrow in anticipation. As much as 20 inches of rain is a nightmare to try to get around. So the counties are trying to do everything they can so people can properly hunker down and get ready for the storm.
Yeah, I think sometimes people hear it's not yet a hurricane, it's a tropical storm, but you still have, from what I'm reading, between 3 to 5 feet of potential storm surge, which can be devastating both to structures and to human life, and trying to drive around, as you just indicated. But now you have these winds as well. How will this compare to other storms that the state has seen, even though it has been quite a few years since the last one?
Well, it's not going to be the worst, obviously. This is possibly just a Category 1 that's coming up, but if it does damage to your place, it's the worst hurricane that you've ever lived through. And a lot of people kind of realize that. It has been kind of a quiet season, but they don't want to be woken up by something that they were completely caught off guard by. So people are preparing over here. They're talking. The counties are also preparing. Everybody from the fire departments to the county emergency management offices are getting ready. And interesting to know, I talked to several people in the Tampa area who they have programs set up that they had to reactivate, where they kind of check on their neighbors. They maybe check on an older neighbor who may live alone, or a young couple who've just moved in from the area, and they make sure that people know what to do. Because like you said, it's been 11 years since a hurricane. They kind of want to make sure that they're a well-oiled machine in case things get bad.
All right, all hands on deck. Omar Villafranca, thank you so much.